Pyre Rakna-Kadaki, a highly volatile subspecies of the Rakna-Kadaki veiled in a gown of red and black, illuminated with malevolent flames. The Crimson Queen demonstrates the power of absolute authority by weaving her subjects' movements with adroit efficiency, obliterating those unfortunate enough to be besieged by the Queen's army. And in today's episode of 5 facts about the monsters introduced within Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, we'll be exploring information surrounding the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki that covers the lore, ecology, and anatomy of the monster. Here are 5 facts about the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki, the Parching Puppeteer, a Temnoceran subspecies introduced within Sunbreak. Much like the regular species, the Pyre Rakna-Kadakis encountered in the wild are all female. This is due to the fact that all Rakna-Kadaki males, regardless if they're regular or subspecies, are very similar in appearance to the juveniles. The only defining feature of a male Rakna-Kadaki are the developed pedipalps. However, due to the minuscule difference between the male and the juvenile, they are mostly seen as identical. This means that only females of the Rakna-Kadaki species grow into large monsters, and the same likely occurs for the subspecies. With the regular species being known for continuously mating to maintain the number of their young, then it's likely that the subspecies also mates continuously with multiple males in order to strengthen their numbers. However, due to the similarities between the males of the subspecies and the juvenile Pyrantulas, it's difficult to tell whether it's a male or a juvenile that is latched onto the queen's body. With both species of the Temnoceran capable of utilizing the element of fire, the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki amplifies their elemental affinity to extreme levels. Unlike the regular species, which produces flammable gases within their bodies to generate their flame attacks, the subspecies instead generates a substance capable of destructive explosions. Lingering remnants of this substance can latch onto unsuspecting targets, inflicting them with blast blight which will detonate when left unchecked. The Pyrantulas inherit their mother's volatile substance, allowing them to create smaller explosions. When fighting alongside their young, the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki will latch onto their young using a specialized strand of web known as a detonation thread, creating a fuse that the subspecies can ignite in order to detonate the explosive components within the Pyrantulas. The brutal nature in which the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki weaponizes its young mandates continued reproduction for the queen's munition to be constantly supplied at all times. Further demonstration of the Parching Puppeteer's tyrannical rule over its young can be seen when the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki dominates the will of the juveniles through a sound-producing organ capable of generating a unique noise which allows the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki to command the movement of their children. Through these unique roars, we can observe the subspecies form coordinated attacks with the Pyrantulas, positioning its young in advantageous positions in order to create the perfect chain explosion to decimate their enemies. As the Temnoceran can easily replace its offsprings during combat, the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki will mercilessly sacrifice its children for the sake of its own survival, and the Pyrantulas are incapable of resisting the queen's call when she uses her unique roar. From chain of command to chain explosions, the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki truly earns the title of the Parching Puppeteer, demonstrating the Red Queen's cruelty even towards her own offsprings. Constant utilization of such volatile abilities pushes the subspecies to evolve their resistance to explosive impacts. The pale white shelling that covers the body of the Temnoceran is made of multiple layers in order to strengthen their defensive capabilities. Alongside this, the silk which the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki produces has great elasticity and tensile strength, making for the perfect material for the Ruthless Queen to fabricate her iconic red and black gown. Whilst the Queen's dress and shelling are perfect for resisting fires and explosions, they are utterly weak to the cold. This makes the subspecies resent colder regions, much like their regular counterparts. Since both the regular Rakna-Kadaki and Pyre Rakna-Kadaki prefer the hot, humid climate of the lava caverns, the queens would clash against one another. a fight for the right to rule the infernal domain. With their royal rumble causing other monsters to get riled up as well, the guild prioritizes sending out hunters to deal with the quarreling queens to prevent chaos from erupting even further within the heated caverns. Understanding the merciless nature of the parching puppeteer provides context regarding the details of the armor forged from the Crimson Temnoceran. Unlike the armor of the regular Rakna-Kadaki, which tells the story of two souls intertwined to the ends of the world, the armor of the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki follows the fable of a mad queen and a betrayed monarch. By observing both iterations of the subspecies armor set, it paints the picture of how a queen betrays a monarch due to her insatiable bloodlust and growing madness. As the traitorous queen enacts her foul scheme against the monarch, she causes the nobleman to be racked with regret and despair. The queen's betrayal weighs heavy on the monarch. However, he did not relent. With his own cruel heart awakened by rage, the monarch focuses their anger towards rebelling against the queen. This rebellion is the betrayed monarch's own personal revenge against the queen. However, the cruelty in their heart meant that this vengeance would lead to the monarch's own ruin. It is unknown if the fable of the traitorous Mad Queen and the betrayed vengeful monarch is a historic event that occurred in the distant past, or if it's meant to be an allegory about the relationship between the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki and its subjects. Given that the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki acts in a similar manner to the Mad Queen, it may be that this fable is a romantic interpretation of one's own experience during their hunt against the parching puppeteer. But if you have your own thoughts on what this fable might represent, please feel free to share them. And that, everyone, is the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki, the parching puppeteer, one of the latest Temnoceran subspecies to be introduced within Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Hopefully you found this video fascinating and learned more about this merciless Mad Queen. What do you think about the Pyre Rakna-Kadaki overall? Let us know your thoughts and opinions regarding the addition of this subspecies within the Monster Hunter series. And as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider hitting the like on the video itself, leaving a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel so you can go ahead and catch up on any other content that I might be doing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.